Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back. Today we are diving into the final season of Squid Game. Last time we left off, obviously Gi-hun tried to orchestrate a coup, trying to rally enough of the players to stand up for themselves, to overpower the guards, to weaponize themselves, and make a play for the control center. Unfortunately, all the progress that they made was literally just to allow them to get just far enough that the front man, In-ho, could just strip away what little hope Gi-hun had left. You know, they just let them get as far as they could because at any time they could have just sent in more people, opened up more corridors, and just flooded them at any time. You know, Gi-hun lost his best friend by the end of it too. As one final nail in the coffin between this little philosophical war that they've got going on between themselves. But yeah, I'm really curious to see where this sets us for these final 6 episodes and how everything's just going to unravel from here. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to survive? Is Jun-ho ever going to find the island? I'm sure he will, but what will he find when he finally gets there? Especially now that at least we as the viewer know that the captain piloting the ship is in on everything, is purposefully drawing this out, dragging this out, having even killed one of the crew members that are out here trying to find Gi-hun and everybody else that's been brought to the island. Oh, but is he in with In-ho, or is he part of this organ harvesting circle that they've got going on the side? Who knows? And speaking of that, we got No-eul, who we left off shooting the father, you know, and having him cornered, which again, I've talked about my theories about that, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just get ready to hop in, man. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We also have a poll up right now for what show is going to be taking the place of Heartstopper when we conclude that one in the next 3 weeks. So go check that out and cast your vote. You can also sponsor one of our rescues if you're interested in that sort of thing as well. We got a bunch of different things over there. It's just a fun way to help us support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. At the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. That I'll send out of the way. Let's just go ahead and hop into episode 1, Keys and Knives. Here we go. Oblique shot. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Yeah. Let's go. Aww. And she marked him off as eliminated. Okay. Yep. Yep, and they're marking it for the organ people. Oh god, I can't wait to see how this goes though. Yeah, she needs to know the ins and outs of where they do everything so she can get him out. Well, she is good. Let's go. Oh, she's gonna murder all of them by the end of this, I'm sure. God, how many people does that leave us with after this whole ordeal? Because I'm sure more X's were taken out than O's, obviously, during all of this. So we're gonna have some voting and balance now. Oh god, yeah. Oh, the perfect torture to slide him back into the games, just to rub his failure in his face.
주의로는 보이지 않습니다. 이 어제 술 얼마나 마셨어? 그렇게 취할 정도는 아니었는데요. 아까 선실에 굴러다니는 소주병 세보니까 꽤 마셨더만.
Oh my god, he's trying to say he got drunk and fell overboard.
술 마시고 그 날씨 바다에 빠졌으면 살았을 리도 없고 시체 찾다가 시간 다 보낼 거야? 어? 산할 안에 섬 찾아야 된다면서. 가까운 항구로 가서 새로 들어온 기사를 데려옵시다. 출발하시죠.
Well, that worked out in stalling them at least. They gotta turn back and get themselves a new drone operator.
우리 선생님 살았네. 살았어. 정신이 좀 드세요?
다른 사람들은요?
There aren't any others. I apologize. It may take me a minute to get reacquainted with everybody's names again, all the new players. I know Hyun-ju. I don't think I remember anybody else's names. 60 players remain.
왜 나만 살려둔 거야? 날 안 죽였어. 대답해. 이유가 뭐야? 왜 나만 살려둔 거야? 왜? 쏘라고 이 새끼들아. 왜 나만 살려둔 거야? 네가 나한테 원하는 게 뭐야?
일단 항구로 다시 돌아왔습니다. 드론 기사 새로 구해가지고 다시.
Son of a bitch.
이성을 찾게 해서는 안 돼. 알겠습니다.
But he said, don't let them find it until the games are over. I mean, obviously, if that happens, they can't shut it down or save anybody, but they'd be able to find the base and have real evidence. Because there's no way they could clear it, all of it out.
다 죽여.
Oh.
형사도 같이.
This guy.
다음 게임의 속행 여부를 묻는 재투표를 시작하겠습니다.
You really, oh my god, there goes winning any votes at all going forward.
부족한 병력은 일꾼에서 충원하고 망가진 시설물은 최대한 빨리 복구해. VIP들이 곧 도착한다.
VIPs will be arriving soon, so tidy up! Can't wait to see how that goes this time. What if we'll have the same ones or if they'll be different?
사격은 어디서 배운 거야? 북한에선 여자도 군대 간다며 거기서 배웠어?
그래.
근데 왜 내려왔어?
다 끝나고 여기서 나가면 단 둘이 만나. 그때 얘기해줄게.
그건 너무 먼데. 여기도 데이트하기 좋은 데가 있는데 잠깐 들릴까?
얘기가 길어. 일단 작업실부터 보고 나서.
Well, I wonder what spot down here he's got in mind that he would deem date-worthy unless he's being ironic.
이게 다 당신 작전이었어? 반란한다고 사람들 꼬셔서 데리고 나가서 한꺼번에 싹 다 죽인 거지?
Are you kidding me?
그런 게 쉬운 거예요? 와, 저 인간 소름 돋네.
맞아. 가면들이 저 인간만 살려두고 여기
What a way to poke and prod at his guilt, though.
어찌됐건 이 빨리의 일만 다 데리고 나가서 싹 죽여준 덕분에
On top of the ones led out into battle, the ones that he also allowed them to kill that night just so that they could get by as well, all for it to be met with this. I see you are one of us all along. Fuck you.
내가 말했지? 네 머리 위에 앉아있는 그 원혼들이 널 끌고 온 거라고. 들리지? 네 귓가에서 지르는 네 친구들의 비명소리만. 아무리 귀를 막아도 소용이 없어. 그 소리는 점점 더 커질 텐데 넌 죽는 순간까지 그 비명소리를 듣게 될 거야.
God, I'm so done with her. She gets all fine and cocky until something real happens and her tail just goes right between her legs. She'll freeze, she freaks out or whatever, but anytime she's got a little bit of a moment, she starts going on one of these little spiels about destiny and fate like she knows everything. But again, she always just kind of buckles every time. It's so frustrating. She's great though, performer-wise, but like, God. Well, now we just got to make sure we can get back to him before they actually start dicing him up. Okay, here we go.
걱정하지 마. 11번도 이제 우리 편이야.
Now just start spraying.
네 성분이 누워있네. 너 아직 살아있지? 의식을 잃은 것뿐이야. 자.
She's looking around, getting a lay of the land. And here we go. While she still had her mask on, she should have went ahead and just mowed them all down while they weren't thinking about it. Oh! God damn, let's go! You're gonna take me to the exit, or you're gonna die.
내가 왜 북에서 내려왔는 줄 아니? 너 같은 중대장놈 대가리 총알을 박았어.
Oh. Well, I guess we are figuring our way out ourselves.
살려줘. 나 이놈들이 함부가 아니야.
Sure, you're totally not with them.
이 사람 살려. 못 살리면 너도 죽어.
Oh, well, that works out too. I mean, he was the guy about to cut him open, so maybe he knows a thing or two about patching him up. And he can't even bear to look him in the eye. Not that Gyun's even lifting his head at all to do that. I mean, honestly, both of them would have died. Hyun-ju and him, if they did actually get the guns and go back out.
선생님.
In the long run, he ended up saving them more than anything.
드셔요. 예?
Even though at this point, I think he just would like this all to be over.
제가 어떻게든 탄창을 가지고 갔어야 했는데.
It wouldn't have helped.
현주 씨가 왜 죄송해? 다 대호 씨 때문인데. 저기 대호 씨가 탄창 챙겨서 나가려다가 그냥 주저앉아 버리더라고요. 현주 씨가 와서 그거 가져가려고 했을 때는 이미 가면들이 쳐들어와서 우리 엄마가 안 말렸으면 현주 씨도 죽었을 거예요. 안 그래요, 현주 씨?
Yeah.
한 사람은 살아야죠. 안 그래요? 꼭 챙겨 드세요. 이제 목 막히니까 물도 꼭 드시고.
It just gets even more heartbreaking when you do like find people like this on the inside who are, you know, maybe if everybody was a piece of shit, you could like not worry so much about it. But when you find decent people, it just makes it so much harder. I want to know what's on his mind. What's he thinking now that he knows about that?
박 선장 말이야. 전에 그 황 형사가 물에 빠졌을 때 구해줬다 그랬지?
네, 제 어떤 섬에서 총을 맞고 바다에 떨어졌을 때 그때 절 구해서 병원까지 데려다 주신 분이에요.
I don't think he's going to start putting this together because the stuff with the night before and then this story.
예, 그 밖에서 뭔가 소리가 나서 내가 나가봤다 그랬잖아?
네, 선장님도 무슨 소리를 들었다고.
Oh, I hope he brings up the suspicion or gets them suspicious.
손에 뭘 들고 있는 것 같더라고.
뭘요?
드라이버.
Obviously, he wouldn't want to bring that up to him or with him around.
어둡긴 했어도 분명히 봤어. 드라이버를 들고 있는 거. 아 근데 생각해보면 좀 이상하지 않아?
뭐 일하다가 나왔을 수도 있죠.
아니 분명히 자려고 누웠다가 나왔다고 한 것 같은데.
아니 뭔가 이상해서 무기가 될 만한 걸 들고 나왔을 수도 있고요.
God damn it. He wants so bad to not think ill of him too because he owes him his life.
선장님이 드론 기사 실종이랑 관계가 있다고 생각하시는 거예요?
내가 촉이 좀 좋은 편이거든. 근데 그 박 선장 그 사람 뭔가 좀 껄쩍지근한 데가.
제 생명의 은인이고.
Hopefully this at least plants a little seed of doubt in his mind because he needs to. I mean, because that's something I was kind of saying before was like, if he picked him up, you think he would remember where he picked him up. Or at least have a good idea. And this has been taking how long? I don't know. And now that he knows his brother is involved, it's not a huge stretch to like think he may have been, that's the reason he was picked up. Oh God. Hey man, I think a lot of people would have ended up frozen like Dae-ho was. I understand both sides of it, it just sucks. But again, in the long term, in hindsight, his freezing saved their lives. Oh my God. Wow.
엄정한 법 질서에 따라 처벌할 것입니다. 현주 오신 여러분을 환영합니다. 게임을 시작하기에 앞서 줄을 선정하겠습니다. 한 분씩 나와서 앞에 놓인 추첨기에서 공을 뽑아주시기 바랍니다.
The showmanship with these games, man, is unreal. Choose from the gumball machine.
장기나 큰 혈관은 다치지 않았어. 봉합은 잘 됐는데
그런데
피를 많이 흘렸어. 수혈해야 하는데 피가 없어.
내 필요해.
혈액형은
모양이야. 그럼 괜찮은 거잖아.
Yeah. Thank goodness. You know what's sad? I don't even know my blood type. Are they on opposite teams? Fuck. Oh. God, one thing I hope is that all of this doesn't end up corrupting Gi-hun. I mean, that very well could be the journey we are on, man. Or he does not come out of this unscathed anymore. Like, when I mean that, I'm not talking physically. I just mean, like, his soul. If he does make it out of all this, he's gonna be a little compromised.
이번 게임은 숨바꼭질입니다.
It's hide and seek. So the next game's not even the one that was teased at the end of last season.
팀을 30분 내에 찾아내서 죽이면 통과입니다.
Oh my god, yep. So you gotta hide, and the seekers must... What's... Oh no! And what's in the box? Is it a key?
여러분이 받으신 아이템은 게임장에 있는 문들의 열쇠입니다.
Oh.
그 열쇠로 게임장의 문들을 통과하실 수 있습니다.
저쪽은 어디 숨을 수도 있고 열쇠로 탈출할 수 있으면 저쪽이 너무 유리한 거 아닙니까? 맞아. 사람을 어떻게 맨손으로 죽입니까?
You won't. Look at that.
충분히 이해하고 있습니다.
The title of the episode, too. You all get knives, I'm sure. Of course, this guy's not gonna have any issues with it. Wow, what a little blade, too. And he's all doped up, too, on Thanos' leftovers. Oh my god.
우리도 뭐 방패라도 줘야 되는 거 아닙니까? 저쪽은 칼 주고 우린 맨몸으로 도망만 다니라는 겁니까?
너희들은 잘 숨어 있어. 너희들이 더 쉽네. 쉽게.
My god, this back and forth.
여러분들 중에서 자신의 역할이 마음에 들지 않는 분이 계시면 게임이 시작되기 전에 상대팀과 역할을 바꾸실 수 있습니다. 하지만 게임이 시작된 후에는 자신의 조끼를 받거나 상대와 교환하는 행위가 엄격히 금지됩니다.
Oh god. They're teeing this up too much. I don't think he's actually gonna do it, but honestly, at this point, who knows? Fuck, man. I think the mom's gonna switch with her son so she can sacrifice herself so that he can continue on.
어디에요? 빨리 오세요. 지금 출발해요.
황영, 먼저 출발해. 난 못 가.
무슨 소리예요?
내가 여기서 뭐 좀 알아볼 게 있어. 내 촉이 웬만하면 틀린 적이 없거든. 뭐 알아내면 연락할 테니까 그때까지 황영도 박 선장 그럼 조심해.
최 회사님.
Aw, let's go. Hopefully he can find something with his whatever's left of his little network.
아니 어째 갑자기 여기까지 오셔갖고는 못 온다고 아침부터 불러내고 그래요. 아 요즘 일 많아갖고 금리게 피부로 당겨요.
큰형님이 죽었어.
예?
Oh god, so I guess none of them even know about what happened then. Well, I guess that makes sense. Probably hadn't had any time to check in with everybody.
네, 이거
가위바위보 하나 빼기 알지?
알죠.
그러니까 나랑 형님하고 둘이서 이거를 딱 했는데 그래 형님 그걸 딱 뺐으면 아니다. 어디 가서 해장국이나 한 그릇 하자.
아니 뭔 말을 허단 말을 해요?
Well, one day, maybe not right now.
가위바위보다가 근데 사람이 어떻게 죽어요? 에?
니들은 아무도 여기서 살아서 나갈 수가 없어. 하지만 이제 난 여기서도 이미 저 안의 길이 다 보여.
God, she's growing more and more followers every time we cut back to her. In their desperation and their fear, people keep swarming to her and her faith.
야, 시간이 없어. 못하겠으면 지금 빨리 파란 조끼랑 바꿔. 너 숨는 거 존나 잘하잖아. 내가 어젯밤에 너 존나 찾아다녔거든. 네가 안 보이더라고. 내가 그렇게 무서웠어.
One thing I do hope is that he at least gets some redemption for himself and offs this fucker.
개 씨발년 족같은 년이 사람 개무시하다 씨발 어디서 봤어? 이 새끼 봤나 보네. 봤네. 근데 씨발 지 새끼 마냥 숨어가지고 구경한 거야? 구해줘야지. 그 씨발년은 너를 존나 좋아하더만. 지금 눈빛 너무 좋아. 이 눈빛 그대로 들어가가지고 응? 너도 해버려. 타노스 개 씨발 새끼 뒤지고 우리 팀 다 뒤지고 지금 너랑 나밖에 안 남았거든.
You can do it, my bro, Minso.
Oh my god. This guy is off his rocker.
네가 열쇠 가지고 가. 그래야 우리 둘 다 살 수 있어.
신경 꺼. 내일은 내가 알아서 해.
Honestly, I feel like the people with the knives have the better chance in this situation.
내가 최대한 빨리 한 명 탈락시키고
너 찾아갈게.
So is it just like a who isn't found, like anybody that's alive moves on, I assume? Or is it the whole team loses or moves on?
나는 너랑 그 돈만 가지고 갈 수 있으면 여기 있는 사람 다 죽일 수 있어.
이 아이 지키려면 나도 뭐든지 할 수 있어.
그럼 네가 나를 죽여. 게임 시작되면 너 찾아갈 테니까 그 칼로 나 찌르고 너가 여기서 나가.
그 칼 나 줘.
네가 어떻게 이걸로 살인을? 너는 어릴 적부터 동네 애들이랑 싸워도 맨날 바보처럼 저 터지고 들어왔어. 네가 누구 한 대라도 제대로 때려본 적이나 있어?
그럼 엄마는 엄마 그걸로 사람 쫓아가서 죽일 수 있어? 엄마야말로 아버지한테 맞으면서 한 번 바람도 못했잖아. 내가 할게. 내가 해볼게.
We haven't even started yet, man. I'm getting worked up.
저 혹시 저랑 바꾸실 수 있으시?
Yeah, you walk away.
저랑 바꾸면 주시면 제가 끝까지 옆에서 지켜줄게요.
There's also no guarantee that they will also won't kill people on their own team. I assume there's no disqualification for doing such. Lesser numbers is lesser numbers. Oh, is he gonna ask him to switch? Or what?
왜 자꾸 그렇게 쳐다보냐고요? 지금 뭐 이렇게 된 게 전부 다 내 탓이라는 거예요? 내가 뭘 그렇게 잘못했는데? 우리 어차피 못 이겼다고요.
He's not wrong.
그딴 식으로 쳐다보지 마! 나 때문 아니라고! 그때 차라리 동그라미 새끼들이랑 싸웠으면 싸움도 이기고 투표도 이기고! 당신 때문이야.
He's...
당신이 죽인 거라고, 씨발!
He's not wrong.
파란 조끼를 입으신 분들은 먼저 입장할 준비를 시작해 주시길 바랍니다. 다시 한번
I want to know what the arena looks like, man.
회의선 어떻게 된 거야? 연락도 없이.
아까 출발하기 전에 통화했는데 집에 급한 일이 생겼대.
갑자기?
I mean, that's how those happen.
차라리 잘 됐어. 맨날 하는 일 없이 술만 처마시더만.
I assume, and I don't remember if it's been explained already, I assume that it's however many people are still alive by the end of this get to move on, which means that anybody with a knife from the start, I guess, is clear from elimination, unless somebody with a key manages to get the knife away.
어떻게든 꼭 살아남아서 엄마랑 녀석 꼭 나가는겨. 어?
God, one of them is so going out this game.
약속 지켜.
Oh.
꼭 찾으러 갈게.
That's a dangerous gamble to make. I mean, he's gotta be the one to find you. It's like a nighttime neighborhood. We'd play Spotlight in the neighborhood at night and stuff like that, run around, hide, and similar concept, but this just looks like a series of hallways. But they said there's doors in here though, right? But I see absolutely nothing yet.
나랑 같이 할래? 파란 조끼 놈들은 가만히 죽어줄까? 아니거든. 시발 죽어라고 반항할 거 아니야. 그러면 우리 둘이 같이 잡는 게 훨씬 더 유리할 거 아니야.
Oh no.
할머니, 준희 씨. 저랑 같이 가요.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, they would be better in numbers and have a better chance at defending themselves.
빨간 팀 입장하세요.
Okay. I hope he catches that guy when he's off guard, man. The thing I really don't want to happen is for him to actually give in. Oh no. No, are you serious? Fuck off. That's rude. Damn, what a build-up though. Damn, the defeat, the pain, the twisting of the knife, the guilt, the rage. Also, like, I don't know. I think he'll come face to face with him. This is me like holding on to Gyun's like soul, like that little bit of morality that he's been able to hang on to, because obviously In-ho's trying to strip him of that. That's the only reason he's thrown back into the game. It's all part of their little philosophical debate that we keep talking about, because it's the center conflict of these last two seasons. Is, I mean, hell, even of season one, even though it was between him and Ol-nam, you know, it wasn't all this idea about breaking down this concept and proving who is right in the end. And, you know, In-ho kind of fell prey to that and gave himself to this, seeing what he sees in the world. And he's tried at every turn to give people the out and all this kind of stuff. He's restructured the games to allow people, if they want to leave, you know, with this concept of the voting, which is more than they had before. And it's after every single game. You know, it's like, okay, all right, some people got eliminated. You can leave here with something, or you can go for more and risk it even more. The risk continues to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And like, now that like Gyun's come in here with this, like this moral high horse and has challenged him and has been trying to like shut all of this down, the ultimate victory is for In-ho to like make him like him, to turn him into him, to make him see things his way. So he puts him back in there, one, to wallow in his own defeat, and also wrestle with the just everything else that kind of happened, you know. So the idea is to corrupt him. And I think initially with the like this first flood of emotions since being thrown back into here, obviously he was like, why didn't you kill me? Why am I alive? You know, kill me now, whatever. And now he's, I mean, hell, he very well could have been talking to himself. Like, that seems like a good little fake. I was like, oh, it's your fault. You know, we think he's talking about Dae-ho, but he's actually talking about himself, and he's going to go in there and do something different. It could be like a nice little like bait and switch to set us up for, obviously, because all episode he's been eyeing him down. And, you know, one could think, oh, is he going to give in to the darkness? Is he going to give in? And is he going to get revenge? Is he going to follow through? Is he going to just play the game and win? He can forfeit his soul like In-ho has. I mean, the possibility very much so is there. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to be able to leave this place a second time without some kind of moral compromisation, but I don't know, man. And everybody else gathered around was like, hey, it's like it is what it is. And you know, we honestly, having come back here, like, sure, did he betray us? Sure, did he get so afraid that he never came back with the ammunition? Sure. At the end of the day, it saved their lives, and they at least can recognize that. And hell, he threw that out to Gi-hun as well. So it's just, I don't know. Like, it just like, it's hard to say where that part's going to go. Then on top of that, there's the what's going to happen with all these different little, like, especially with this next game, what is everybody else going to do? Like, what's going to happen here with Min-soo and fucking psychopath over here? And then on top of that, him and Myung-gi, like, what's going to happen there? Especially after the deal that he made with Jun-hee, you know, to go find her, to protect her and his baby. You know, right now in this moment, I think maybe, yeah, he's like, okay, we're better in numbers. We have a better chance because, I mean, the other guy's not wrong. You know, these people aren't just going to sit down and let you stab them. You know, they could get the knife away from you and then you end up dead. But also, if you're working together, and this could go the other way too, increases the chance that one less person is going to find her, and then maybe he will be able to get the jump on him. Or who knows, maybe he will try to go through with it and she'll have to kill him in return in self-defense, or I don't know, man. But yeah, I do hope that there is, like, again, like, as much as I know a lot of people came down on Min-soo, and obviously we were frustrated as a viewer, myself included, about that whole situation. It's hard not to say that any of us wouldn't have done something similar when our life is on the line. But it just, as a viewer, it's so easy to get swept up in the hate and the rage about that moment because he got, you know, like, his cowardice got somebody who was taking care of him killed. Now he's gonna have at some point an opportunity to hopefully rise above, and we'll see how that goes. And we got the mother and son on opposite teams here as well. You know, she's partnered up with Hyun-ju and Jun-hee now on the inside. So at least, again, in numbers, they might be able to stave off some attackers. I don't know, man. It's what a fucked up little game. Hide and seek, and instead of tagging with your hands, you're tagging with your knives. And then at least on the outside, somebody is at least a little suspicious about the events that took place previous night on the boat. You know, there was some rustling. There was a reason he went out to go check on things. And yeah, Captain Park was just sitting there, screwdriver in hand, making some kind of shoddy excuses. But to be fair, he is the boat captain and all this kind of stuff. A screwdriver on his own ship, you know, maintenance in the middle of the night if need be. You know, it's not unusual, but there's more context around that. And I love that our guy here, especially from his inner workings in the criminal world and stuff like that, gave him a little bit of a tinge of deceit in that moment. And he approached Jun-ho about it, and obviously he believes that he owes his life to this guy, when in truth he owes it to In-ho because they are working together. We got that confirmation in this, that, you know, he's in league or at least in contact with him. I thought maybe he was one of the outside contacts, and maybe he still even is, which goes even further with the whole organ thing. I thought he was like roped in with them because they talk about scuba diving that off to a boat that comes nearby, and maybe it's all interwoven, interconnected. Maybe In-ho allows that to happen, is also in touch with that, knowing what's going on with the ship. So they've been steering them around and diverting their ability to find this island for so long, but that's also how he found him. So I think all these things too, the circumstances surrounding it, hopefully, at least with the idea planted in his head, hopefully that helps keep his guard up, especially now that In-ho gave him the order to not let them find it by any means necessary until the games are over. He's lost so much of himself to this place, man. Like, he tried to spare him, I assume so, by what he did the first time around, but he's like, he keeps coming back. I mean, he's going to leave me with no choice. But I don't know, man. It would be really nice, and I don't know if the world that this universe, this game exists in, we could come out on this with him having some kind of moral awakening. I thought we were getting that during the games as he was observing Gi-hun and his drive and all of this, but he's so, like, rock solid in everything he's lost and sacrificed and given to all of this. It's just impenetrable right now, but I don't know. I love this dichotomy. I love this duality, these two opposing forces, but now Gi-hun seemingly has been corrupted by this defeat, but who knows? I'm still holding out hope that he'll come through in the end. And then No-eul, almost forgot to talk about her. She non-lethally shot the father, so she could go down and utilize her connections with the organ donor people who are harvesting all these organs for transplant and sending them off onto the black market or whatever. She put him in the box, says she's playing along, played into that. She learned her lesson, blah, 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 fed them everything they needed, started working to cart him off to get him out of there. Because I was like, that's the only out that I can see in this moment, given everything that we've seen so far. And once she gets down there and figures out where they're taking them, you getting to know them, getting close, getting whatever intel she can get so she can make sure to find the body, because that'd be a whole other thing to send him down there just to be cut open and harvested. But she was able to play into that and get brought down to where they're actually doing the operations, and she took everybody out, leaving the doctor alive so that he could try to patch him up. However, he's in desperate need of a blood transfusion because of all the blood that he lost, and she's willing to give her own. She's doing her best to protect this dad and reunite him with his daughter in the end. And I'm glad that paid off in the end. For now, at least. We're not at the end of that story, but we're getting there. And who knows? Maybe that's the connection. Again, if Captain Park is wrapped in with all of it and the organ harvesters as well, she may be able to make contact with that whole little group, or even be the thing that exposes him to Jun-ho. Interesting place to start off and to reunite with everybody and kick this whole thing off with a game of hide and go stab. Anyway, guys, that's all we got for right now. I'm going to pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Or if you want to see the full reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Eric Official, Armando Rosas, Ash, Casey Wood, Codename Witch, Demasius, David Furstenberg, Denise Mauricio, Durla, Gregory Toner, It's Mushi, Jade, Jay Contrell, Liam Harrell, Lily Chanson, Mandy Shara, Muggy Holes, Nicodemus, Nikki G, Ollie Hodges, Robert Aguiano, Russell Crockett, Shelio, Your Kurskov, Your Boy G-Man, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support, and everybody who's been supporting the channel and making this all possible. Thank you guys so much. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.